Hi there, Martin Salvo. If you're looking for information on Australian partner visas or perhaps considering applying for an Australian partner visa in the next 3 to 6 to 12 months, then in this video I'm going to walk you through the 8 steps in the Australian partner visa journey. When I say the Australian partner visa journey, what I mean to say is that in any relationship, when it comes to applying for Australian partner visas, there's some common steps along the way. It's a very common journey for couples to achieve certain milestones along the way to the eventual approval of their permanent partner visa. Now, the first step, I would say logically, is that you of course meet an Australian. So some of you might be watching this video who haven't yet met an Australian. That is obviously your first objective, is to meet and fall in love with an Australian. Now, the second step is some couples may get engaged. Now, by getting engaged, that opens up step 3, which is applying for an offshore prospective marriage visa. Now, some couples may skip step 3, let's say, because they're not looking to apply for the prospective marriage visa, which is a specific kind of partner visa. And some may skip directly to step 5, which is applying for the onshore subclass 820-801 or applying for the offshore equivalent, which is a subclass 309-100. So to differentiate the options, the prospective marriage visa is particularly for couples that do not yet meet the criteria to apply for the onshore 820-801 or the offshore 309-100 and are looking for a partner visa that allows the applicant to come into the country to get married and then apply for the onshore 820-801. What happens from the application of that 820-801, let's say, there will be a particular processing period whilst they're waiting for that initial application to be decided. For those that have applied onshore, applicants will be automatically issued their bridging visa. Some common questions I get about this bridging visa are, can I work, can I study, can I travel? And the answer to those questions is yes, yes, and yes. The bridging visa that you are granted when you apply for the onshore 820, as long as you hold a substantive visa when you make the application, which means that you are not unlawful or you do not hold a bridging visa at that point or not on a bridging visa at that point, the bridging visa you are issued will be what's known as a bridging visa A, which will have nil conditions, which otherwise means that you have the full right to work, you can travel, and you're able to apply for what's called a bridging visa B that allows you to travel in and out of the country if you need to. Then what happens is there's a processing period, and eventually the first visa that you are granted is the 820. Now that's for those that have applied onshore. For those that have applied offshore, the first visa that is granted is the 309. Then what will happen is there's a particular period of time that you are waiting for the eventual approval of your permanent partner visa application. Now, typically that is 2 years from when you made the initial combined application. So let's say hypothetically that you've applied for this application on the 1st of January 2020. And then what happens is they'll grant you the first partner visa, let's say in 12 months time. So the 1st of January 2021, you are on your temporary partner visa. You then have to wait another 12 months for you to be eligible for the approval of the permanent. So what happens is a few months beyond that period, the department at some point will look to approve you the permanent application. There isn't necessarily a process for you to apply for the permanent because it is a combined application up here. However, you may be requested to provide some additional documentation, some updated relationship evidence to show that you and your partner are still together. And then eventually, the last step, your permanent partner visa will be approved. And that is what we call the Australian partner visa journey. If you've enjoyed this video and enjoyed learning about the Australian partner visa journey and would like a copy of this infographic and diagram, you can find a copy inside our partner visa workbook called How to Get Your Australian Partner Visa Approved and Avoid the Top 3 Reasons for Refusal. In this 20-page document and resource, you'll find summaries, diagrams, and workbook exercises for you and your partner to work through, which will help you understand more about Australian partner visa criteria. In addition to what you get inside the workbook, you'll also get access to our exclusive bonus partner visa video training that covers 3 very important and very interesting modules. Module 1 is how important is a marriage certificate to an Australian partner visa? A very, very common question I get is, Martin, do we need to get married to apply for the partner visa? Does that make our application stronger? We'll talk about that. And the short answer to that question is no, not necessarily. And we'll talk about that in the first module. The second module is 3 actionable things you and your partner should be doing now or ASAP if you're looking to apply for a partner visa in the near future. The sooner you can implement those 3 things in your relationship, the stronger your facts will be, and the sooner you'll be able to apply for your partner visa with confidence. And module number 3 is the secret that I don't talk about much when it comes to department case officers. So if you're interested in these modules and in the workbook and in the infographic, it's all available in downloading this workbook here.